This is Action Jack McClendon, and we're on the corner of Winslow, Arizona. So Bergie and I are here in Winslow, Arizona on the corner. There's Glenn Fry.
No, that's Jack McClendon.
Oh, yeah. That's...
You need to look in the mirror more often.
You are correct. So anyway, little did we know how much we would love this place. It was so incredible. We were there the night before and stayed at a place.
Who's that angel?
That is my gorgeous wife. I love her so much.
There's another angel.
Take It Easy is one of the songs on the Eagles' very first album, and the name of the first album is called The Eagles. And that had Witchy Woman, Take It Easy, Lose My, all these great hits are on
all my great hits. I like that
I don't
song.
think Witchy Woman is on that. I'm not sure. But anyway, we had such a great time. The reason why we're doing voiceovers is because of all the hot rods and the music. So when you go to this corner in Winslow, Arizona, which is, I think...
Such a fine sight to see.
It is, absolutely. And so these buildings are from the late 1800s and the early 1900s. It is so great. This was a huge spot.
Oh, we forgot what we're talking about here. This is a cafe that used to be a bank, a little coffee shop. I don't know why. I thought we took this out.
No, but it's fantastic. We enjoyed this. Every single corner building is worthy of a long video.
A lot of history in this room here, too. Oh, okay.
So we're super early in the morning. There's the bank that was a bank.
That's a bank that was a bank, or was that a vault that was a bank?
That was a vault that was a bank. And
Yes, and now we're looking at my trucks. I love those trucks. They got a flatbed. They made it into a table with chairs in the bar. And then the other one was an old truck they made into a bar. Totally cute. Very, very, what would you call that? Just brilliant. People come up with these ideas, innovative. So, and we missed that plaque. What was that plaque all about, Jack?
that's just about the history of going way back to the 1800s and how this was a wagon train thing. Here is the entire Route 66. Bridget and I have been all over Route 66 from the very beginning to the very end in Chicago. And I believe right now this is our favorite spot of everything on Route 66. How about you, Bergie?
You bet. Love this place. What a quaint little town.
I thought it would just be a 10-minute stop, and we end up staying there much longer than I anticipated. So it's really, very cool. Look at the Route 66.
Everywhere.
Yes, it's
There's
fantastic.
a whole bunch of routes. If you want to know where you were, you would have no problem because it was everywhere.
And it gives this 1940s, 50s feel. And I love this Texaco station from the olden days. They kept the pumps there. They have the trucks from there. This is a real estate place. I like the bench that they did from an old truck and mounted it there. The whole feel is like going back in time. It is so incredible.
Yes, they definitely did the historical part of it, trying to preserve the town's history. It was an old train depot, that's why we're going to go to the La Posada Hotel later on. But this place was absolutely spectacular, and the little town developed around it.
Look at those beautiful murals everywhere. You could spend an entire day just looking at the murals here.
Yes,
and there's so much to do in this area. There are two really great hotels. We stayed at the Winslow, which is a really nice hotel.
It's a new one.
Yeah, it's a really nice. But had I known how nice the La Posada Hotel was in Winslow, Arizona, which is just a walking distance of 2 blocks from here, that was fantastic.
What is this?
I'm just one of the many buildings dedicated to Route 66 in the area.
So because we're still downtown, I just wondered what the different buildings were.
When you go there, it tells about the main attractions to see in Winslow. And there's so many natural attractions, too, which is amazing in this place. So you could definitely spend 2 days, if you like, the Eagles music. And one of the reasons why we're doing voiceovers now is because they're doing this copyrighted music. It's constantly playing there from the Eagles' first album, which came out in 1972. It's called The Eagles. And that had several big hits on there. Take It Easy.
I like that.
Yeah, it's 2 of the songs.
I love this little place.
World's smallest church. And we met the lady who is...
She did that for her husband, who was a railroad engineer. And when he passed 10 years ago, she made that little church for him. This building, every 30 miles along the train tracks, they had those. And that's where you would have to check in to see your water supplies, and if the tracks were clear, and blah blah blah. And that was fascinating. Where are we here, Jack?
The La Posada, this is built in 1930. It is so beautiful inside, and the amount of famous people that have been here, because this was part of the wagon train spot, and this was a Route 66, but it was also part of the Atchison, Topeka, Santa Fe
They're the guys
Rail.
who built this. They're the guys who helped fund this. This was a train stop, a train depot, and it was a hotel. And what were those girls called? Harvey girls.
Harvey girls, yeah, these were called Harvey
girls.
houses.
Harvey
And
houses.
that
They
wa-
literally were waitresses along every train stop along Route 66.
Yeah, it's absolutely incredible. And again,
This hotel is incredible. It's a historical, national historic site. Sorry about the bright lights, but that is a very bright Arizona sunlight that comes in at every window. And with the iPhone, you just can't block it out.
and if there's a way to do it, please put it in the comments.
Yeah.
We would
Yeah,
appreciate
like
it.
don't point at the window. I got that part.
We got some really incredible stuff. What makes this video better than any other video that I've seen on this subject is what we're about to see. We were really
We walking
blessed.
everywhere.
We were blessed because we got to see the hotel rooms of some of the biggest celebrities.
Who's that?
That's Judy Garland.
Judy Garland. Hey, did she stay there? I don't think she was one of the
Yes,
rooms.
she was, but we didn't get to see her room because that was upstairs and that was
Oh,
occupied.
darn.
The rooms that we got to see were so incredible of the celebrities
But look
that
at-
were here.
But look at all the great little artifacts they have along this beautiful corridor here as you walk down. And I love the bright colors and the happy colors. We were not allowed to go upstairs since we were not guests.
The rates were
But
fantastic.
here is Jack with who?
Just
Jimmy Stewart's room.
Yes,
And then,
that is John Huston's room.
yes, not every room was open.
Yes, and that's Douglas Fairbanks.
Douglas Fairbanks' room. So yeah, here we go, an
There's
open
Harry
room.
Truman's room.
Now, couldn't find the light switch. I don't know that nice hiding job on the light switch, but you can still get the idea of the room.
So they came here several times, so they would have their rooms for them. So how do you like that? 2 presidents had their own rooms there.
Yeah, we're going to get to the other guy in a minute. Who's this?
That's still Truman's.
Oh, that's still Truman's. That's right. I should know that.
Yes.
Sorry about the darkness and then the brights. I don't know what to fix that with, but I wanted to keep the room in the video.
All right.
Regardless, who was that?
That's Betty Grable.
Betty Grable. I
Who-
like Betty Grable.
Yeah,
She was the pinup queen
Right.
during World War II.
I don't know any of her movies. I just know of her name.
Yeah, I've seen her in a couple of movies, those cute old-fashioned movies.
There's Albert Einstein's room.
Oh, there's a brilliant dude. Can you believe it? Albert Einstein showed up here.
Birgit and I
I
have
found the light switch. Check that out.
We have been to almost every place that he lived in the United States.
Yeah.
So from Princeton to Pasadena. Hey, that's
Yeah.
a nice alliteration.
Yeah, he got around. And his son also was a scientist at Caltech.
Yes.
Look at the bathroom. It's old-fashioned, but they put a new spa in there. Check that out. I don't think Albert Einstein had that when he was there.
But the decor,
was that?
was Barry Goldwater.
Barry Goldwater, Mr. Arizona.
Yes, he ran for the presidency in 1964.
And who's that?
And that is James Doolittle.
And-
James Doolittle,
And who's that woman?
her name was Alice Faye.
Oh, thank you. They go by so quick because we have this on a little bit of a faster loop because otherwise we'd be here all day.
James Doolittle is one of the greatest heroes of World War II. He's an
Yes.
amazing
Jimmy
man.
Doolittle is known.
And
Who's
that is Wallace Beery. Wallace
not a
Beery
nice man.
was in a great movie called The Champ. And it's one of my favorite movies, and I love the remake even more.
But I like these headboards. That's why they zoom in on them. I thought they were beautiful.
Wallace Beery was a very,
Mean man.
yes, and he is supposedly
Not a nice
killed
guy.
somebody with his bare fist. Roy Rogers, one of our favorites.
Now, the exact opposite of Wallace Berry.
Yeah, he's a great man. Roy Rogers, we've been to his homes in Big Bear and in
Out there by Victorville. Can't even think of that. We went to his
Apple
grave,
Valley.
too, Apple Valley.
yes, I got 500,000
I
views
can't
on
figure
that.
out the sink in the bedroom there.
No, we got
That
500,000.
was an unusual look.
500,000 views on. Oh, there's James Cagney's
You
room.
dirty rat.
You dirty rat.
That's everybody does the James Cagney line.
And there's FDR's.
FDR's. He had a big room there.
Jimmy Cagney's room was occupied. But look at all these people we got to see. Then all the celebrities on the second story, which all those rooms were taken. So that would be people like Judy Garland.
We weren't allowed up anyway. It wouldn't have done us any good.
Yeah, we didn't stay at this hotel. We stayed at the Winslow.
Well, we'll come here next time.
Oh yeah, we definitely recommend this place. It's
Is
fantastic.
this gorgeous here? This is one of the big lobbies you sit in, and there's that famous painting.
Yeah, this is by an artist who lives there in.
What did she make the picture of?
This is all the people who stayed there who had some type of connection to suicide, either suicide directly or a passive suicide, and it's a long list of people. But that's
Of artists and actors
It's
and
called-
writers
yes,
like Hemingway, Marilyn Monroe,
yes.
the Doors guy, Jimmy Morrison. The list is endless. It's very sad,
Many
actually,
of
when
them
you
have
look
a
at them all.
connection there, and it's just showing the heartbreak of taking one's life.
And this here, now we went outside, and there's the train tracks that this thing was built up against.
Largest rug in the world. This is the Navajo rug. And this is a beautiful museum back here. And
Yeah,
this
it
is
was
called
closed, so we didn't get to go in.
This is called the Sunken Den. Here's more to Route 66 Winslow from Los Angeles, actually Santa Monica to Chicago.
There goes the train. That's why I took the video. I wanted you to see how close the train was
So
to
it's
that.
still a train depot, and you could stay here with if you wanted to do Route 66 or a large
Yeah,
part
the
of it.
Amtrak stops there.
And that's the very first.
Sleeper train. Or was
Yes.
it a dining train? I forget.
Yeah,
now
it's a
which.
sleeper, but it's also that special viewing system. So that
Yeah.
goes way back to the 40s and all that.
It's a neat old thing. They keep it historically, but the museum was closed, so we didn't get to go in.
If you love trains, you'll love this place.
There's
And
your underpass,
yeah,
Jack.
this is a subterranean underpass that they did in the 30s with the Great Depression, and they did this in really fast.
8 months it took them to build that. They did it because people kept getting run over on the train tracks.
Now, just down the road from the corner of Winslow, Arizona, is this beautiful Crystal Creek, and you can see
It's called Crystal Creek or
Crystal
Jack Creek?
or Clear Creek.
Clear Creek.
Yeah, it's Clear Creek.
It's actually beautiful. Look at the reflection on the water.
Jack Canyon is just before that from Winslow, Arizona to here, but we're only talking a mile.
Yeah, it's
mile
not
and
far.
a half.
That's why we went in that tunnel that we just went through.
And so you can bring your canoes or paddles or and just have a great time. The elevation here makes it so it's not stifling hot. It can be very nice. And we're really close. They get snow here, and we're in the wintertime and we're here.
Yeah, this is February, so that's not too bad. It was a gorgeous day. I can't get over the reflection on the water, how clear it was.
And again, we're doing voiceovers because the music is blaring, but people are there, and then the noise.
Somebody was inflating something, and that machine just was drumming in our ears. I thought it was no fun.
But there's hardly anybody there except for the few people with the loud, and they're also inflating their.
And now back into town with the tunnel in reverse.
Yeah, Briggie's driving right now. She's going like.
Whee, 90 miles an hour.
Yeah, she's
Only kidding.
pulling her Steve McQueen. No, we're speeding this up. So this is on the way to Flagstaff, Arizona, which is about a mile and a half from here. So this is Action Jack on behalf of my lovely bride, Burgermeister, saying we'll be back, and it will be soon, and that's the name of that tune. If you liked it, say you liked it, hit the like button, and subscribe. Comments are really appreciated. So, and if you've been onto this place before, let us know.